This is your soccer zombie outside of Rhode Island FC's first ever home match in their new stadium, and the vibes are alive here.
As the smallest state in the Union rallies around its football club in a triumph of human spirit and passion, while also celebrating the opening of their brand new waterfront stadium.
Welcome to an away day in Rhode Island. I got it right this time. Let's go. Come on. It's going to be a great day, a great new stadium, beautiful weather, two great teams. I mean, what more can you ask for? Quick fist bump for YouTube. There you go. Hey, what's up? It's your soccer zombie, Tom Franklin here, and having more than just a walk along the river here, although it is a beautiful river here, there is also a soccer stadium right here, and it's a big day for Rhode Island FC, their first ever home match in their new stadium, second year of existence, just months after making an incredible run in the USL Championship playoffs, all the way to the finals, where they were just one win away from lifting the USL Championship in their first ever season. So expectations already high for Rhode Island for this one, even without this brand new stadium. And this is, like I said, their first ever match here at the stadium. It is a beautiful stadium located right along the riverfront here, and it's nestled within a neighborhood here in Pawtucket. There's a lot of excited faces here already at Rhode Island FC, eager to see their club in their brand new home. They're also taking on a very good San Antonio FC side today that is having a really good run in the USL Championship. And Rhode Island's also got championship hopes as well. They invest in their team very well. Both of them do, really. And so this is going to be an absolute cracker of a match. And welcome to Rhode Island FC. The big impression that I get from this stadium is that everything is new. Even the ground that I'm walking on is like freshly laid asphalt here. But everything just almost like you're almost expecting to see a price tag hanging off of everything in the stadium, because it is just absolutely brand new construction. But in that regard, it looks pretty damn nice. But let's go ahead and talk to some supporters that are hanging out in the tailgate and get their perspective on this momentous day for them. Alrighty, it's a party here in Rhode Island, and I have the captain of the party right here. This is Matt from the Raising Anchor podcast, and the day has finally come. You get to christen your new stadium, and how you feeling going into this one, man?
Ecstatic. You couldn't ask for a better weather, you couldn't ask for a better environment, and you couldn't ask for a better stadium than Centerville Bank Stadium. It's been 6 years in the making. We had our first year at Byrne last year. It was a college environment. It was okay at the time, but this is what we've all been waiting for, and you can tell the fans are just absolutely pumped out of their minds right now.
Yeah, incredible lines just going into the stadium, before it opened. I mean, they were going all the way back out to the street almost. Very impressive support. But, today you have San Antonio FC. You're talking about, great weather and everything coming together. You also got a great team that you're playing today as well, too. So this should be a cracker of a match.
Yeah, honestly, this is probably a team we don't want to face right now. They're first in the West. We haven't been having exactly a great first regular part of our season.
Yeah.
Been doing well in our cups, but San Antonio notoriously good at playing away. They already dethroned Oakland in their Coliseum debut in front of 26,000. We don't want to give them the chance here today in front of 11,000 Rhode Island faithful. So we're a little nervous. We're injury ridden right now, 7 injuries. Not exactly where we want to be, but lots of faith, lots of games still left in the season. Nobody's worried. We're all pumped.
I can hear that. I can definitely hear that. And of course, one of the teams that you beat in the season already was Portland Hearts of Pine. That I'll be seeing tomorrow. But second year for you, first year for them, new stadiums. I mean, how cool is it to see this region starting to pop up pro clubs?
You look back, 10 years, and it was just New England Revolution and whatever amateur region side there was. Now each one of these states developing a professional or a semi-professional team across all of the 6 states of New England. It's been really exciting to see all of these different states take some local pride in their soccer. Hearts of Pine are doing an incredible job. They actually came down last season to do some homework on how we were setting up. We saw that already in our Open Cup match. There's a lot of love between those 2 clubs. I won't say there's as much love to Hartford right now because, we're literally in the same league, but the Portland Hearts of Pine are doing an incredible job, and we can't wait to see how much success they have in USL 1. And then who knows what happens when, Pro Rel comes in a few years, what that shakeup will look like. But yeah, New England soccer is thriving right now.
Well, and speaking of New England soccer, you mentioned the Revs, so literally just a half hour away is Foxborough. Is there a lot of crossover among Rhode Island fans with the Revs, or is this an anti-Rev zone?
Not an anti-Rev zone. It's one of those things where you can be fans of both, right? A lot of the people, a lot of the soccer sickos that have come here initially, they had the Revs for 20 plus years. They're very familiar with that, but they were looking for something that was uniquely Rhode Island, anchored in Rhode Island. The problem with New England Revolution is you have to share it across the rest of the state or across the rest of the region, and it's kind of a Massachusetts team, right?
Yeah.
Rhode Island is very prideful on it being Rhode Island, so there's no animosity. You can love both teams. It's going to be difficult in the Open Cup. I expect anyone that loves both teams to be completely a Rhode Island FC fan for that Open Cup match.
Yeah.
But you can be a fan of both. The communities are pretty good with each other. Of course, there's some outliers, some toxic people on both sides. They don't represent the overall fandom in New England for soccer, and it should be an exciting game for that Open Cup later this week.
Absolutely. And you mentioned, liking 2 teams. I'm a St. Louis City fan, and I'm also an Indy 11 supporter as well, so I'm kind of in that boat with you as well. And speaking of Indy 11, that's where I last saw Rhode Island in person. It was at Indy 11, and started off the absolutely historic run to the final, just 1 win away from lifting the whole thing. So I imagine expectations had to be very high this year.
Everyone is asking for us to run it back. And I'll tell you, having talked to Conno Smith myself, obviously he wants to do that. He wants to remain competitive across all of the different leagues, whether it's the Jägermeister Cup, it's the Open Cup, and we've seen that so far. But if you asked him in terms of everything beyond the results and the KPIs, it's also making sure that in this first real year at Centerville Bank Stadium, that they put on an exciting product, that they make these games electric, and that they make it a place that fans can call the capital of soccer entertainment here in New England.
Yeah.
So beyond the result, beyond what happens at the end of the season, right now what's most important for this club is making sure that game after game here, that it's the most exciting place to be in Rhode Island, and I think they've just knocked that out of the park in this first game.
Absolutely. So speaking of that first game, I got a score prediction?
Right now it's 2-2. If you had asked me a week ago, I would have thought no questions asked. There's too much momentum riding into this game, but Rhode Island FC is just beleaguered by injuries right now. We have 7 injuries on the starting 11. We have 1 player out today for red card suspension, so I just don't see with the players we have left being able to get the win. If it does happen, it's going to be through the 12th man, through Defiant 1636, kind of leading the charge and supporting this team beyond what they're capable of. But San Antonio is just too good right now. They're too much consistent away. I think this is going to be a 2-2 draw.
Gotcha. Well, best of luck to you today, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
And real quick, where can they find you on socials?
You can find us on all the socials. We're at Raising Anchor on Instagram and RIFC Podcast on the rest. We do our podcast every Thursday at 8 p.m. covering everything in the USL Championship and beyond, and we invite anyone to come on and join us and have a conversation.
Always nice to meet supporters in the wild here, and we get to do the time-honored tradition of trading scarves. So Matt here is getting my Soccer Zombie scarf, and you're getting me a?
We're giving you our 2025 Defiance Forever Faithful scarf.
Absolutely.
It's our slogan throughout the whole group, Forever Faithful and never wavering from our team.
That's awesome, man. So there you go.
There you are.
All righty. So This is the day of days. This is the day that you've been waiting for. How are you feeling about today, man?
Anxious, excited, running around like a chicken with my head cut off right now, just making sure we get everything squared away. Our board and our committees have done a great job with setting up our tailgate. That's kind of getting squared away. Our band that just showed up, so we're going to have 10 plus drums marching down the street in a minute. So it's exciting. I'm ready.
Very exciting. And you know what? You guys could probably not have done any better with that stadium. I mean, I was there touring it just a little bit ago, and like, I'm expecting to see a price tag like off the side of the stadium because it's so new. It's just everything's new.
If you say that loud enough, some of the people of Rhode Island will complain about the price tag.
There's at least one protester out there.
The good thing is we're here to show that it's not just something against the state. We're here to show how good it is in the state. One of the things with our supporter group is we're here to support local soccer as well. So in the community outside of the stadium, our name is not going to be notorious with being the hooligans that we are for 90 minutes, but we're also out here in the community helping out too.
So before Rhode Island FC came to be, like, what was your support in soccer? Like who did you support?
So I started off supporting the Revolution when they started in New England back in '96. I then moved to Charlotte, North Carolina, just as Charlotte FC was getting started. So I got to experience some of the Charlotte FC fandom.
Yeah.
And just before Rhode Island got announced, I was moving back up here from Charlotte. I grew up probably a minute over there, that direction. So knowing that this is in my hometown, in my backyard, I fell in love with it and just followed them right away. And the Defiance just kind of fell into that.
Yeah, and I was talking to Matt. I guess there's no headbutting between Rhode Island fans and Revs fans. It's kind of like there's a lot of crossover.
Yeah, we have a lot of Revs fans Revs supporters that kind of come out and support with the Revs aren't playing a game. You do play them in a couple days.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you, how excited were you to hear that when you got matched up with them?
We were ready for it. We were excited. Having it right after our home opener is even more angst on us, but making sure what we do. But the show we put in the stands, I think, is hands down, no one can compare to what we do. Today may be a little trial and error, but definitely for the Revs game and for next Saturday's home game as well, you're gonna see what we do on Strong. We're ready.
All right, one final thing, score prediction. What do you got today?
2-1. We're gonna win 2-1.
2-1. Gotcha. All right, well, good luck today.
Yeah, thank you.
FC!
Where are the drums?
A few moments later.
Now I want to thank each and every one of you, and I want to bless you, and I want to bless the ground that this stadium stands on. Let's go get that victory. God bless each and every one of you. Godspeed, Rhode Island FC and Centerville Bank Stadium.
seen supporter marches before at many different levels. USL, MLS, St. Louis is a good one. This might top them all. This definitely tops them all. Found him. I only hope that what you just saw came off even half as energetic as it was to be in person. The energy, the vibes, just the mass quantity of Rhode Island supporters walking down that road, marching, chanting, beating those drums, waving the flags in that number, in that energy. I have not seen anything like that in America yet. Now, I haven't been to a lot of places yet, but this is like really a first for my journeys as, you know, soccer zombie. That was incredible. That's all I can say. But let's hope that the game is also equally incredible. What's going on, man? Good to see you.
Good to see you, my brother.
Good to see you, man. How you feeling about today, man?
This day is incredibly undescribable, totally. Just everything is working out fantastic, and nothing but a win now. That's what we want.
Absolutely, man. I mean, I know today's about opening up the stadium as well, but big expectations for you guys after making it to the final last year. I had no idea when I saw you in Indy 11 last year that we would even be at this point, man. But this has got to be just such exciting times.
They said it might not happen. It's here, and we're going to perform. They're in our house now. The first 6 on the road, they're in our house now.
Absolutely. Got a score prediction today? You were accurate last time.
I say 4-3.
4-3. You're thinking it's a shootout today?
Yeah.
All right. You know what? So. As if this day couldn't get any better, that would be a vlogger stream. Good luck today, bud.
Thank you. Great seeing you again.
Good seeing you too, man. Oh, I was so happy to find Mr. Poole there. He was such a great guest during the Indy 11 game that I covered last year, and glad to see that he's having fun too. Did he get lost out at sea there for a bit, though? He looked like he got some color on him the last time that I saw him, but man, this is just such a fun day already. The vibes here are just absolutely immaculate, and like I said earlier, hopefully the game even comes close to matching. Oh yeah, and by the way, we found Messi earlier. A 2-for-1 special. Your name?
Rory McKay.
You're here all the way from Dublin, Ireland, for this match.
Yeah.
What twisted your arm to come all the way across the ocean for this?
My nephew was the assistant coach,
Oh, you know
David McKay.
Gotcha.
So, home game, new stadium. You'd have to come over. Dad, his brother, myself, and his uncle, all here for the game. Flew in yesterday, fly home tomorrow night.
What do you think of this stadium?
Fantastic. It is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a credit.
Yeah.
My other nephew was over 10 days ago.
Really?
He was over at the Masters and he came up and he said, it's a building site.
Really?
Unbelievable to have it finished.
That is awesome. So, do you have a club in Dublin that you support?
Bohemians.
You're Bows. I'm up the Bows. I'm also an international member. So obviously this place is a little nicer than Dalymount.
Oh yeah, a lot better than Dalymount.
Yeah, I was
Nearly as good as Lansdowne or Aviva.
Yes. I was there in April last year for the Waterford match, and it was very charming. But I can definitely understand why Bows fans want a new stadium.
Yeah. We need a new one.
Yeah. And what's the update on that? I understand that they're gonna flip the field around, and
There's lots of talk about new stadium, but
no action.
nobody action. No action.
Well, you got this in the meantime. So.
Yeah. All good.
Score prediction?
Hopefully about 3-1.
3-1. All righty. Well, I guess up the anchors.
Oh yeah, up the anchor.
All right, team photo's done. The pomp and circumstance is done. It's time to kick off this new stadium. It's barely the 21st minute, and we're doing the wave already. Although, to be fair, this really hasn't been much of a game to write home about so far. Just 2 shots towards net on Rhode Island's side and just 1 for San Antonio. A lot of midfield ball possession in this one and a lot of supporter session bumping.
The ball that got kicked into the stands, it's still up there. They still have it. I mean, no one's called for it. So, did I walk into a baseball game by accident and he just gets to take a foul ball home? Nope, he has to turn the ball over to the proper officials. This isn't baseball. And just like in baseball, there is no crying in soccer either. A lot of that in this first half. Rhode Island trying to get the ball deep and just not quite connecting in the final third. And we still have a 0-0 game at the 37th minute at this point. And just kind of waiting for play to pick up. Again, the Louisville game I did Thursday night didn't really pick up until the second half either. So still plenty of soccer left to be played. We moved over to the edge of the stadium and hanging out by the river here. I just want to take a second here to thank Rhode Island FC for their amazing hospitality so far. I have press credentials, as you saw, field credentials. They've given me great access in this great stadium on this great day. And among the food options, and this is, again, thank you Rhode Island FC for hooking me up here. If I can get my hands around it here. Lobster roll. Because when you're in New England, fresh lobster rolls are a must. So thank you very much, Rhode Island. Let's give this a shot here, shall we? The seafood in New England is absolutely unbeaten, and that's no exception. Great stuff there. Oh, and look what started while I was stuffing my face once again, just like in Louisville, 2 for 2. I need to be better about getting back to the field at halftime, really. By the way, we have twin Messies down there. I repeat, we have twin Messies. I know, Tom, I have a job to do, and that is to cover this game for you, and I need to be actually by the field to do that, so I'm coming. By the way, these clouds do not look friendly. I hope that's not a sign of things to come. Future Tom, check it in here. You have no idea what's about to come later on. Love seeing the whole crowd get into the chant, not just the supporters end. Love it. Hate to leave the supporters end behind because they've been very bumping this whole game, but Rhode Island's attacking the other way, and they might get one here before the end. All right, we have made it over to the other side, which, like everywhere else in the stadium, is packed.
You made this happen. Today's inaugural game attendance is 10,700.
78th minute now, and this is me from the past talking here, and I have no idea how this vlog is going to turn out once you get to the game portion of this, but still some time to make this vlog truly magical with a late goal here, but it's been kind of a drab affair. Free kick deep. Is this the moment? Oh, it almost was, but a good save by the keep. Heck of a save by Sanchez, who's made a couple good ones in this game, to be fair. Oh. Right at him. Oh, that was so close. I thought that was in for a moment. Oh my. Promise you, when I mentioned that this game was a drab affair and that there was still time for some magic to happen, that was literally moments before that sequence that you just saw right there. The USL script writers have gotten the memo on this one. I'm not going to say that this Rhode Island pressure to end the game here is not because of that man there, Albert Dequa, coming on in the 60th minute, but I am going to say it because he is a St. Louis FC fan, and that's my narrative, and this is my vlog, and this is the way it's going to be. See, and look at that. He's pressuring the goalkeeper, Albert Dequa. They want this goal. They want this goal. Is this the moment? Balls away. Sanchez has it. Man alive, this guy is the villain of this story. Good game by this goalie, to be fair, and probably the man of the match, in fairness. Wait a sec. Get it by him. Oh.
The Blackie weather forecast. Ollie?
It's gonna rain!
Is one of these four men in blue going to be the one to do it? Let's find out. Out wide, back in, punched away by Sanchez. Shot in the box, blocked again. As the rain starts to fall, will a goal fall? Shot high. As it's starting to come down. This is the most excited crowd for a 0-0 draw that I've seen. They don't care that it's raining. No one is running for shelter. As big, fat, cold raindrops fall. It is absolutely pouring. This is crazy. Are they still going to score the rain kick? Just wide. Oh no! Biblical scenes in Rhode Island. The sky smiles down upon us as this game winds down to the final dying embers. Yes, I am chanting along with them because we're kind of in this all together at this point. Oh, and look, as the rainbow dies down, that sunny skies over there. This is wild. Free kick for Rhode Island. Here we go. Back to Dequa. Not quite. Sanchez once again foils Rhode Island's hopes and dreams. And that is how this one ends, with the rainbow overlooking the stadium. Fireworks are going off for a 0-0 affair, and the light show starts. Wow. This game was an experience for a 0-0 affair. The guy in the teal Miami is wearing you guessed it, a Messi shirt. Because Messi is everywhere. Messi comes in all forms, shapes, and sizes, and even retro too. Oh, and even for teams that Messi doesn't currently play for, Messi is everywhere. Alrighty, I'm here with my good buddy Dave Cotton here, my riding partner in New England, actually kind of my tour guide as well, since he's actually from here and I'm not, and I would get lost if I wasn't without him, literally. But we just got out. I'm soaked. You're probably soaked. What a biblical end to that game.
Oh, I mean, it was like two punchers going at it. They couldn't knock each other out, and not that there weren't some good haymakers thrown in, but they wouldn't go down.
Yeah, I mean, this really, like, the fans in my end were just, when the rain started coming down, they lit up. Like they absolutely went at it. And, you know, the game itself was 0-0. The game itself really wasn't much to write home about. I mean, you know, Rhode Island did have chances, especially towards the end once my boy Albert Dequa came on. But this story, Dave, really wasn't about the product on the field so much as the fans, as much as this amazing venue that we are in right now.
I mean, this is definitely one of the better ones in USL, and it's going to give Louisville a run for their money.
I was going to say, do you think this is now the gold standard?
It's pretty close. I think it's going to continue to raise the bar. It's going to force other teams to get their facilities in line.
And this doesn't even look like Louisville's facility, and it's still a masterpiece, proving that there's more than one way to build a great stadium.
Oh, absolutely. It was dropped right in a neighborhood, and it didn't overtake the neighborhood. It's almost become a part of it, and I think there's a real charm to it being by the river and everything. It's going to be one of those places where people who like Rhode Island are going to want to come. I think in the future, teams that are not going to want to come here. I think it's a pretty good atmosphere for the home team.
Oh, absolutely. The crowd was buzzing the whole game along. But, you know, let me know in the comments below whether you think this is the new gold standard, Rhode Island FC, or do you think it's still Louisville City that has that takes the cake in terms of fan experiences and stadiums. Also, make sure to like and subscribe for more Soccer Zombie content like this one. Thank you to my Zombie Ultras like Dave Cotton over here for subscribing, helping me get to these games. And of course, I want to give another shout out to also my 99-cent supporters section. You guys are the OGs. Dave was one. He was the OG, actually. And you guys, every little bit helps, and I really thank you for your support. And once again, I want to thank Rhode Island FC for the hospitality. I want to thank the Defiance as well for showing hospitality to Dave as well.
It was over the top. I don't normally go in the supporter group areas, and they wore me out, man.
You have no idea how I feel. And guess what? We have about a 4-hour journey to Portland, Maine to go to right now. So look for that when that comes out, when I get around to editing it. But in the meantime, you can go see for yourself Louisville versus Lexington from the other night. And you can answer the question yourself. Is Louisville still the gold standard, or did you feel it more here in Rhode Island? I'm going to put the video right over Dave's face.